Hi, everybody. We are back for another Facebook Live. I am here with my creative girlfriend and business partner, Lisa Rojas. And today we are working with Sculpey. We love Sculpey. I love clay. And we're a few minutes late. The reason we're late is Lisa reminded me to run up to my sewing room and get my mannequin that's made out of clay so I could show you guys after a few more of you are in here, of course.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if,
There it goes. Okay. Perfect.
there we go. Okay. So
Yeah, I did.
today we are working with Sculpey Souffle clay. And somebody asked me earlier during Lisa's live what the difference was between the souffle clay and like Primo or other clays. And it's just it's has more structure to it and stronger. So you can use it for bigger projects.
Okay. See, I did not know that because I'm still familiarizing myself with or re-familiar. Yeah, whatever. Myself again.
Familiarizing, yes.
Re-familiar.
So I wanted to share. They have a lot of colors. I'm not even sure how many, 20 some. But these are their three newest colors. This is Sedona. So it's like reminds me of a terracotta.
Right. It's a beautiful color.
It is a beautiful color. Hi, Rebecca.
Becca.
This is citron. So that's kind of a yellow lemon lime color.
Yeah.
And then this one I have my lights out so that it won't glare on my screen. And okay, I had to look at this one. This is Cabernet.
That is a beautiful color.
This one, and
it's really pretty.
It is stunning. I use this in some of my projects today. So, hi, Bonnie.
Yeah. Hi, Bonnie.
So, this is the three newest colors, but they have so many wonderful colors. And we do have, Lisa will put the code in for you, 20% off anything you order from Sculpey with it's all capital Bella FB for Facebook, Bella FB 20. So 20% off anything you order from their site, which is awesome. I mean,
did you put that link in my live, by the way?
I put it in your live, yes. And then I had it on the lower third. I couldn't add it to the sheet because I couldn't open the sheet, but.
Gotcha.
So, hi, Amy. So, yes, those are the three newest colors. And today I'm going to share how to add foil and rubber stamping with your clay. So that's what I love.
Which I will be doing more of.
I know, right? I mean, yeah,
rubber stamping, fun. Yes.
So during Lisa's live, she had mentioned that I once created a mannequin. I said that. She said I should bring it down. I'm the one that said I did.
Yeah, because you guys have got to see this.
So I ran upstairs to get her. Okay, so I don't know. She is.
Isn't that amazing?
I think she's about 18 inches. But see if I can get her here close enough. So, like, let me turn her to her side so I can bring her closer to the camera. So on her vest.
Beautiful.
That is textured. And then on the raised parts, I added the lime green. This is not clay. Only the black, only the vest and the skirt is clay.
But it's stunning. I thought when I saw it in person, I thought it was leather at first. Because I asked you.
Yeah. It is beautiful. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I mean, so she sits up in my sewing room. But
it's stunning.
Now I have her down in my craft room because 5 kids, empty nester. I have 2 rooms. It is the way
I would if my husband didn't take one of them actually 2 of them for.
See, he got 2
music rooms. Yeah, he got 2, but that's okay because I have my little cozy little area.
Yeah.
I love. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Amy.
Hi guys. Yeah. So
And I earlier one.
she
Sorry.
was a lot of fun to make, and I do love clay. I've been working with clay for over 20 years. Yeah.
Ever since I've known you.
I know. It's
Yeah.
but I mean, I like working with everything. That's why I call myself a mixed media artist, because I do like to dabble in all sorts of things.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll play with it until I get really familiar and comfortable with it.
Yeah.
If I hate something, then I just don't. But
Well, and we're honest about it. If it's something that we don't like,
yeah, there's very few crafts I don't like.
you
I
and me
even
both.
love to crochet, but I probably crochet something once every 10 years.
Yeah.
I'll get it out. I should do it more often because I really do like it. Amy said that must be what she like. That is what I must be, other than a collector of all things crafty. This is true.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
that
you
kind of
just,
goes with
you gotta play, and you never know what you can use from one craft with another. Like today, I'm going to show you how you can use foil, the foil that you use on cardstock.
Yep.
On clay.
So you're mixing it all together, and then that makes for your embellishments or for your products to go a longer distance.
Right.
Because
Right.
you can use them in multiple areas.
Because, okay, so like everybody knows that has been watching for a while that you can see I have all these little containers back here. And I have one filled with foil scraps. Leftovers. I keep. Now you're going to see why. This is just one way I use them. I use them in lots of ways, but this is just one way. So, Lisa, you want to tell them a little bit about the group before I start?
Oh, yes. Okay. So those of you that are joining us for the first time, our regulars already know us. Thank you guys for coming
being here. We love it.
Yes, we love it. Do You Love to Craft is a Facebook group that we have, and we would love for you to join us.
Yes.
So, there's a lot of, really cool people in there that are making some really beautiful stuff. So, and we love to see what you guys are doing. And we get especially excited when we know that you're taking off of something that we taught you or we showed you. We love it because when you share it in that group, then that just makes us feel better. So I love that.
And I think as you were talking, I was thinking maybe I need to create some graphics or something and have people share, because a lot of people, I know they're in the group. We have thousands in the group, but we need more people sharing.
Oh, yeah.
So we have to think of a way to encourage you guys to share. And maybe we'll
run
have
a contest.
I was just going to say, maybe we'll do a giveaway.
Yeah, there you go.
So we do love giveaways. We do love craftiness and giving things away. So
yes, we do.
It is what we do. So I am going to switch cameras, and I think I'm going to let Lisa talk for a minute while I'm switching my camera so I can bring a light over here. So I shut off my fluorescent lights, so there wouldn't be a glare, but I think I need a little light here because it's not so sunny out today. So,
all right. Well,
I'm going to switch and let Lisa talk for a minute.
Yep, you do what you got to do there because we love it. Okay, so also those of you that are joining us for the first time, we also do a free digital craft magazine that comes out 4 times a year. So summer issue is currently out, and it's got some great projects in there. It's absolutely free. All you have to do is go to our website and sign up. It'll go right into your inbox every time a new issue comes out. And we're starting to work on fall. So we're getting the fall issue ready to go. And then also we have all of our ebooks that we have for sale. We've got a few ebooks with different authors, different designers that we work with, and absolutely fabulous books. So you guys want to check those out too. I'm going to put the link in all of that stuff when Anne starts her project. I'll put all the links in that we're talking about. Hi, Penny. And as you can see, a lot of you that follow us already know that you hashtag Bella Crafts if you want to get in on the giveaway. Those of you that watch on YouTube, no worries. I check all of those comments also, and I can put you into the randomizer manually so everybody has a chance to win. And all of our replay watchers, well, all of you, live and replay, can get in on the giveaway up until next Tuesday at midnight Central Time on the 15th. That's when the giveaway for this live and my live earlier for the Royal, or not Royal Towns, sorry, for Sculpey.
That's what we're giving away this week.
Yeah. For Sculpey will be, you have until the 15th. So make sure you hashtag Bella Crafts. Make sure you share, comment, and like, and you might win. And it is a fabulous prize.
Hi, yes. Penny. Hi, Bonnie, Dorothy, everyone who's here. We're so happy to have you here. So I am going to make my screen big. Thank you, Lisa.
Yep.
So this is just a few of the colors of the Sculpey Souffle clay. These are the packages that I don't have open yet. I have several over here that I have open that I'm going to use today. But I wanted you to see there's so many beautiful colors, along with, like I said at the beginning, the Cabernet, the Citron, and the Sedona. These are the newest colors. They're so pretty. And I want to show you what I'm going to share today, and then we'll get started. Just let me move that stuff out of the way. I'm not sure. I shut my light off so that hopefully this would come in better. Okay, so this is clay, and it's in a cabochon. And I wanted to see if I turned it just the right way. There you go. You can see that texture. So I did use the same stamp that Lisa used earlier, my Flourish Wonder with Unity. But you can see that beautiful foil on there also.
Yeah, let your camera adjust for a minute.
Yep. I know, I'm looking at it at the same time, waiting for it to adjust.
Oh, yeah.
So you can see it better on this one. There you can see the texture.
Beautiful.
Isn't that stunning?
Beautiful.
And then that foil just adds just that little bit of sparkle that I love.
So cool.
But then I thought, okay, let's do it without the foil and just use the stamp. So let me get this one set just right.
Oh, that's so pretty.
And with this one, I use two colors. So I kind of mix those together.
Ooh.
Yes.
You know what would be pretty? To add little tiny beads into some of those crevices.
That would be stunning, yes.
On the one that you just showed. Yeah. Just popped in my head.
And then here, this one isn't baked yet. Because I still see, you can see kind of little divot. I still want to work it just a little bit. And I'll show you that after I show you all of these. But this is the same clay I used in this one. But this one, I stamped it. Now, if you're going to stamp it, you stamp it before you bake it. But I kind of like that look too.
That's pretty.
And you can always add glossy accents after you have it baked. If you want some sheen, you can add glossy accents. You can add satin glossy varnish. And then this one isn't baked yet either, but this one I kind of domed. So this one is flat, and then this one is domed. But I wanted to show you both because there's so much you can do with these. And then I have some little teeny ones. This one I really want to show you because I want to show you the foil I used for it. Let me see if I can get it pictured on there just right. Okay, it's going to take just a second. Let me see. It's like
it's focusing on your background.
I know. So, there we go. Whoops. Let me get it just right. Well, we had it for a second. This is stunning. It really is. Pretty. There
it is. Oh, still.
So you can see it there.
That is pretty. I love that.
So I'm going to show you what this is left over from. It's so cool. And then these ones are just stamped. Because I thought you could see the texture so much more. So you can use little tiny, for charms or for a charm bracelet. So let me show you how easy this is.
And where do you purchase those jewelry pieces, Anne?
They have them at Hobby Lobby. They have them at Michael's. You can buy them on Amazon. And they have them in all sizes. Like, I buy them in packages. Like, I think this package is from Hobby Lobby. So these are tiny. But I used to teach classes at trade shows with these big ones. So these ones I ordered in bulk from Amazon. So you can order, find anything you want. But Hobby Lobby is my first choice, or because I don't have I don't even have a Hobby Lobby near me, but there's no local stores around me. So when I get out, when I get to the big town, there's no small independents either. That would be my first choice, but then I'll go to Hobby Lobby or Michael's or Joann's. If I can't find it, then I'll go to Amazon. But at the time, they didn't have these nice big ones. Look at how big that is. And this I use for clay and for resin. Yeah, these are perfect. So just look around. And the clay I'm using again is the Souffle from Sculpey. And okay, this part of the package I haven't touched at all. This is the black. Maybe I should use a color. So I haven't used this at all. And I want to show you, it doesn't take long. See, you can push on it right away.
Yeah.
But you have to warm it up. And you can warm it up by putting it in your hands and just going back and forth, or, rolling it. But just moving it makes it soft enough. And it doesn't take like a minute.
Yeah.
Some places, I remember years ago, it'd take like 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
And, that's where I think a lot of people got carpal tunnel. Conditioning their clay. But see, it doesn't take long at all for it to get soft enough.
Yeah, I love that because, like I said, I was having, I have issues with my hands right now, and man, that just
it does. It makes a difference
so quick.
It does. I'm gonna get. So there are acrylic rollers and just little plastic rollers. You can use anything. You could, if this label is taken off, you could use this to roll it. So you don't have to have all the tools. The tools are nice, but make sure you love clay before you do all the investing.
Yeah.
So it doesn't take long to soften it. And sometimes the foil works. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it works too good. So, so I'm going to show you all those differences. Okay, so this is from a card I did. And I had foiled the roses and the leaves all separately. And you would think, why would you save that? I mean, it's not like you could use this on even a piece of black toner paper and use it for a card, although you could, because you could cut it up. You could do whatever. But with this, this is where this little leaf part is where that came from. You can see part of that leaf.
Yep.
Not very good, but so this is where I'm going to share. Sometimes it works really good and sometimes it doesn't. But you just put it down and you rub. And then you pull away. And sometimes there'll be nothing there. And sometimes you have the whole thing. Sometimes you just have bits and pieces. But see there? I like just the bits and pieces. What I'm saying when it comes off too well is I was using this on a piece of clay and that entire circle came off on the piece of clay. Well, that's not what I wanted. Then you couldn't see the clay. So I had to take the clay off what I was putting it on and roll it together and use it again, because the foil will just go into the clay and you have little specks everywhere, which is fun too. But to do the foil, you just put this on, rub, and not very much came off that time. But you do it until you're happy. Like, I don't want this whole piece, so I'm not rubbing really hard over there. I don't want that whole piece on there. But isn't that cool that that's all you have to do? And like I said, sometimes it works so good. Sometimes it works perfect. And then sometimes not so much, like right there. Not very much. But I just keep working at it and rubbing until I'm happy with the results. And you can take and put this in your hand. You can stretch this to get a different look. Like, you can stretch that foil.
How cool is that?
And it's just fun because there's so much that can be done with it. Before I go too far, I'm going to take this little tiny piece of foil and I'm going to use this jewelry piece. And I'm just going to put that in there and I'm going to tear all this excess off. I'm not going to stamp into this one, but I just hold it and tear, so I'm coming close to the edge there. And then, okay, so you can see how messy that is, but I'm just going to come in and just feel for that edge. And I just pull all the rest of that away because I want it to fit in there perfectly. I don't want to bake this and be cutting anything off. I want it in there exactly the way I want it. So I can take my blade and I can come in to pinch it up, or you can use your fingers. Either way, whichever you're comfortable with. But you want to make sure you get it right inside the divot.
That is beautiful.
Well, isn't that pretty? I mean, it's like, okay, it is like here's my package of clay.
Yeah.
It's like this much clay. I mean, it's like no clay at all. And you put that foil on it.
It just gives it that extra little oomph.
And you just work this.
Love it.
So that it's nice and clean all the way around. And you want to make sure you push it. If you bake it and it doesn't stay in, Then you have the exact shape, you know exactly where it goes, and you can add just a drop of glue and put it in. But I bake it this way. I bake it in the cabochon. So isn't that beautiful? I mean, it'd be prettier if this was actually gold, but
Oh no, I love that.
I love it. So that is, there you can see it really good there. So
I love the contrast between the difference in the charm itself and
gold.
yeah.
Okay, so here's this piece again. I'm going to take this. Depends on your definition of perfect. I like that, Rebecca. That is good. So remember I said I used this and this entire circle came off. I'm just going to see if it's because it's this particular piece of foil or because my clay was warm enough or whatever. I'm just going to try it. I wouldn't necessarily use this green on this jade, but you never know. We're just playing here, right? See, that whole thing came off. So if you had that on black, you would have that whole thing. And maybe that's a look you're going for, but I really like the clay to show through. So I would pull and stretch this. I wish it was a little bit thicker. I can make it thicker by going like this, by just folding this under. Because I would want to, if I was going to use this, I would want to stretch that out just a little bit. So more of the clay shows through, and watch when you do this. So I folded under the extra clay, but like when you roll it, then it kind of, well, it stretches out, but then some of that jade shows through. You see that? Trying to see if you can.
I love that color combo.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
But see, you can.
It's bright. I like it.
It is bright. So you can keep folding this and rolling to stretch it until you're happy with it. And then you can use it in a jewelry piece, or you can use it, you can die cut it out after it's baked. You can die cut clay, but you can use cookie cutters. There's all sorts of cutters. See, now that to me is beautiful because it just sparkles. Yeah, that's beautiful. So that's two ways to use it. Now let me take a piece of the black here. And you can see how I twisted it, and it is not hard, but it is something that needs to be conditioned. But like I said, it doesn't take not even a minute to condition this. So you can do it with your fingers, and then you can start rolling when you're happy with it. So I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to stick it inside this, and I'm going to tear away excess. Like this. I'm not going to make it perfect yet because I'm going to stamp into it. So I'm using the Flourish Wonder 2-inch stamp. And I start by picking the charm up and pressing it in. And then I turn it over and press to make sure I've got a really good indentation. And then you just pull it away. And look at that. Oops, stuck to me. So you can see how beautiful that is all by itself. And then you would take and just play with this and clean this edge all up. But if it's something you hated, Sculpey has these really cool tools. And they come like this. You can put, it has all these little things that you can put on the ends and stuff. But this one is kind of flat and soft. So if you hate this and it's not baked, you can just come in here and scoop it. So you can scoop all that and pull it out and clean your jewelry piece up. And you can do it again. So it's not like you've done it, it has to stay. Even if you had, like I said, this one is not baked yet. If I hate this, I could still take this out. I haven't baked this one yet because I still want to make it a little bit smoother. So I'm still working on that. And this one isn't baked yet, but this is the one that is rounded. So I'm going to show you how I did that. So here is a piece of the black, and here is a piece of the Cabernet. So I'm going to take about equal pieces, and I'm just going to mix them together. And this is after I've gotten them soft. You know, I've done each one individually and softened them. And you can twist it. You can just squeeze them together. You don't want to blend them to the point where it becomes one solid color. And then I roll it. And press it in. Now, there you only see one little piece of the Cabernet. So I know I want more of that showing. I'm going to roll it again. So it's nice that you're able to just play with it until you're happy. Nothing is set in stone here. And this is quite a large piece. So I'm going to take and cut some of it off. And okay, I better not do it that way because I wouldn't want you guys to cut your fingers. But when I cut, I kind of do a sawing motion so that it comes through just a little bit more cleanly. I could have ripped it off, but I just wanted to take a thin piece of that off. And the inside of that is beautiful. So I'm going to take and re-roll this a little bit. And then push it down in here. And that's how I got that beautiful two-toned effect. It shows up prettier with the green, but I still love that. Now, if you want it rounded, you just need more clay and you just sit and play with it to round that up. And then I put it in the palm of my hand to kind of shape it. And I twirl it just a little bit because that gives it that domed effect. Now, you're never stuck with any of this. If you want it flat and you have too much clay, you can come in. I want to just do it like this, but it's not a good way to show you. Just take a sliver of that off. So that it's thinner, and then push it down and work with it to make it flatter. So you can cut the dome off. But then if you want to add like the texture at this point, before you have it perfect, because you're going to have to come in and fix it a little bit more anyhow. That's when you come in and stamp it. And I like to put it down and then work it. And then pull the stamp away. And you got that beautiful texture. And then you got the two-tone. And for this, you would come in, and I use my fingernail a lot, and clean that excess up. And all these, okay, so you guys know I save every little tiny piece of foil. I also save all the little pieces of clay in a separate container, because you can make those beautiful pens with those. I mean, there's so much you can do with just bits and pieces. And supplies are expensive. I mean, a package of clay is only like $3. It's not expensive, but if you can use it to create beautiful things and you have room, then save it. But you just clean that up, and then this you would stick in the oven according to the manufacturer's instructions and bake it. And like I said, if it doesn't stay in here or it seems like it's loose, pop it out, add a tiny bit of glue, and stick it back in. And if you can't find jewelry pieces like this, or you don't want them, you can just do them without, and you can take the little pokey thing, and I wanted to say all, but it's not an all. Do I dust the stamp with cornstarch? I do not, Lori. You can, but then when you do, some of that cornstarch goes on to your jewelry piece, and then you have to get rid of it. So if you wanted to use something, you could use just a little tiny spray of cooking spray, just a titch, because that way it would leave just a little oily residue, but it would go away. But I've never had an issue with my stamps. So if you didn't want to put it in something, you could come and you could use, I didn't get any of my cutters out, but there's all sorts of cutters on the market. So you could cut it into any shape you want, or you can shape it yourself into whatever shape you want. So this is an oval, obviously. But you would come in and you would pierce the hole before baking. You can put a hole in after baking, but you need like a Dremel, a little Dremel to do that. So if you can, always do it before baking, and then you want it to come through. So this isn't like a beautiful, perfect piece or anything. I mean, you can barely see the color, so it's not one I'd keep, but you can just shape it, and you don't need to put it inside anything. I just wanted to show you that you have options. And these are something that I did years ago that I wanted to share. Okay, so like all of these little tiny pieces, they were done with the foil, like on this one. And see, there's a big piece of foil, there's a little tiny piece of foil, and these are very thin, thinner than this. These are maybe 1/32 thick. I mean, they're so thin. I rolled them out so thin. And then like the squares, I just took, after I had it the way I wanted, I just took and cut them, and then I baked them. And these ones don't have the holes in them because they're so thin. It's going to be easy, not with this plastic, but I can use a hole punch. I suppose I could do it with the plastic. It went through because it's so thin. Usually you wouldn't be doing anything this thin, but these are just leftover pieces I had from a jewelry piece I made. And what I did was I had all these shapes and I hung them all from a chain. So it was thick and it was full and beautiful with all these different shapes. And you can use cookie cutters to make the shapes. They have clay cutters. And that's pretty just on a chain with all those layered and pretty. So I wanted to show you that. But so I've been doing the foiling on clay for a long time. And let me see what else I want. Okay, so like if you're going to use the foil and the stamp, let me take this one out. Well, I have another one. So let's use, okay, everybody kind of liked that green on this. So I'm going to try that. Actually, I really love the gold on that one. But you can make dozens of these. These would be beautiful gifts because you can, okay, so you can find decorative necklace findings from, you know, at Michael's, Joann's, Hobby Lobby, and Amazon. So you can take and easily put these on here. I had this on earlier, so I know it goes through. Of course, it doesn't want to now. But see, that'd be just a perfect necklace right there. But you can use these on journals. You can do so many things. And you can use chain and put the findings on. You can just use plain black ribbon and put a finding on the end. So lots of possibilities. So I'm just going to show you real quick the foiling and the stamping together. But the possibilities are only limited by the colors of foil you have in the clay. And, you know, I would say this Flourish Wonder stamp is, like Lisa said, it's her favorite. It is my favorite. And because it works for so many things. So I'm going to rub that just a little and roll it out. And I'm going to use some more of that green foil. But instead of using this piece right here, because I don't want it solid, I want it more sporadic like that, I'm going to try this and see what happens. See, I like it when it's irregular like that. I just think it looks cool, where it's just pieces, just touches of that foil. And like I said, all foils will behave differently. DecoFoil, I know, works really well. That would be my preference. So you would foil it first, and then you would put it inside your jewelry piece and take off that excess like that. It's still over the edge, and then you take and come in with the stamp. And I like to be able to push that into the stamp, knowing I'm getting a good, isn't that beautiful? Now, if you wanted,
I love that.
if you wanted, you could also put some metallic ink on here and stamp into the clay. And you could use metallic ink or paint, either one of those, because when you bake it, it will stay. And then you just come in here and clean this up. And you can use your knife or you can use a toothpick, whatever works best for you. I like using my fingers because I can come in here on this edge and really clean it up. And then I can just push that little excess up into the clay, which I think looks fine. And that is just, I mean, it's so easy. Yes, perfect pearls. Yes, you can use powders with these. Definitely. You can stamp into it, use the powders and dust them off, and that is beautiful too. And then you can take and just add your chain after it's baked, of course. But bake it at 275, I think, for about 15 minutes, and that's good. And you have yourself beautiful pieces of jewelry to share, to give away, whatever you want to do. But it's that easy. And that's why I wanted to share with you guys today, because I just, like Lisa said, I love clay. And it is, see, now, let me see. I looked at my camera and I said, now that comes in really good. Let me see if I just leave all these down here. If you can see. How beautiful they are. And I have these little itty bitty ones that I did. These ones aren't baked either. But I wanted to make sure I showed you and shared. And then there's that beautiful piece. Aren't those pretty? Just so many cool pieces. And like these would be perfect for a charm bracelet for a little girl. They'd be perfect hanging on the side of a journal. So many possibilities. But that one, see, I originally thought this was my favorite because it looks, it's just textured and it's kind of jadey, but that one's really pretty too. So you just need to play around and have fun. Don't be afraid of the clay. The clay, I mean, it's honestly easy to use. And like I said, I save all of this, even though this has foil on it. I'll just take and start all over with it. And those little tiny flakes that are in there are going to come through on my next project, which anybody who knows me knows I love sparkle, whether it's glitter or foil. So that's totally fine. And if you don't want that to show through, then you just grab from the package and take brand new. But I will save all these little tiny pieces and use in other projects. Beautiful. So I'm going to switch cameras. And there you go. Bring Lisa back in. There. So I hope you guys liked that. And Lori, yes, when you said perfect pearls, I should have gotten out my powders and I didn't.
The iridescent. I played with those also this weekend.
Okay. Do I have them right here? I don't. But yeah.
I put mine away too. But yeah, the powders are gorgeous on clay.
They are, yes. Amy asked, how do I store my extra bits and pieces? I save little tiny jars, or I'll use canning jars to put certain colors in because I don't want them all together, even though I might put them all together when I create a pen or something. But I just put them in little jars if I have a lot. If I don't have that much, I use just little tiny jewelry Ziploc bags.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the little 1 inch by 2 inch. And I just stick them in there and I put them in a drawer where they're not being squished. It's okay if it's squished if it's all the same color. But that's how I save all of my extra, just because, as you can see, I have lots of space in here. I have a drawer for my clay over here, and in my drawer, I just have all those little, if it's a lot, I'll put it in a jar. If it's not, I put it in Ziplocs. I think I need to go to Michael's and get some clay and cabochons. Yes, you do. Or you can use the 20% off on the Sculpey website.
Yes.
To get, it would be like free shipping even to Canada, I think, Dorothy, depending upon how much you bought. I mean, if you were just buying one package, no. But yeah, so the code is Bella, all in caps, FB for Facebook, 20.
Yep.
To get
I'll put it in again.
off. Jimmy, I have some Sculpey from the last project you showed. Did I do it? No, I don't think so. Well, you'll have to get it out and share what you do in the group. Shipping is always a problem. Yes, I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Do you need to wrap the leftovers in plastic before you put it in? If it's all the same color, I'll just put it in the jar because I have little covers that I save for the jars. So you don't need to put it in plastic first. But if you only have little bits, then I would put them in. This is a bigger little jewelry bag. I think this is 2 by 3, but you can buy them where they're 2 inches tall and 1 inch wide. And those are perfect for all those little bits. And then, well, that's about this size, which I didn't share this one. So like sometimes, okay, so you remember all those, when you were a kid and you would take paper and you would make beads out of paper. Well, I did the same thing with clay in that I rolled the clay in that tube shape after I foiled it.
That's pretty.
You know, so you can do that too. I mean, this is fun for kids too. So you can see there where I rolled it together. But that's just rolled in a tube. And then you can make little tiny beads. I don't think you can see the gold on there, maybe. But and you can make them all different sizes. So you got the big and the little.
Show them this way, and so they can see the actual hole.
I think the black one shows up the best.
Yeah. See, there you go.
So
you can see how you overlapped it.
You can see where it overlapped it right there. Yeah.
Yep.
So there's all sorts of things you can do. Jimmy, you've been sick. I am so sorry. I hope you feel better. It's never fun to be sick. You know?
I'm right there with you, Jimmy. I get it, girl.
Yeah, Dorothy, it's called a tube bead.
Feel better.
So a tube bead, yeah. And so that's, but see, this is a nice size and you don't need to put them, you're only going to have little bits to start if you're just starting to work with clay. So these little tiny bags are perfect.
Yeah.
And even if it got squished, like something got put on top of it, it's not going to matter because you're going to only have one color in here. You might have black with gold foil. You might have solid black. You might have black with green foil. It won't matter because they'll all be black inside here. And all those pieces of foil that you've used will just make it prettier.
I store my, even my open packets in those bags.
Oh, I just rolled mine up. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm always afraid I'm going to leave them and they're going to dry out. So,
but they won't dry out and they're hard anyhow.
Yeah.
I mean, because I've had some for years and years, but I just refold them in this.
Yeah.
If I throw the package away for some reason, then I don't. Jimmy,
Yeah.
you had pneumonia. I am so sorry. I get pneumonia every year, and I
Oh,
know
yes, she does.
it's like I'm so sorry. It does take your breath away. You just take it easy and get better.
Yes.
Sleep.
Sleep
Even
is a
for those
miracle.
of us that don't sleep, it's the best medicine.
Yeah, it is.
Dorothy's sick too. Oh my goodness.
Guys.
I am so sorry. It's like you guys hang around us too much because we're just here. I feel that. We're not trying to pass it on. I passed my
No.
sickness to her.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
You're getting better. It's been nice to watch craft videos because of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So when you're feeling better, then craft. But yes,
Yep.
taking all the crafty goodness of the lives.
Yeah.
Our little town just suffered 2 tornadoes on Monday and
Oh,
just got the
no.
power back. Oh my. I hope it's
Wow.
okay. Yeah, the weather.
Wow, Amy, you stay safe then, girl. That's scary.
Yeah,
We
that's
don't have that
never
stuff
fun.
we don't have that stuff out here, but we have
So you have earthquakes. I don't know what
tornadoes. You get a little bit of a warning, right?
Sometimes. Not always.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
always.
See, we get you don't get any warning with the earthquake. All of a sudden you just think like, oh wow, that I'm like having a rocking moment.
My youngest son John is in Japan serving in the Air Force, and he has had a few earthquakes.
Oh, so scary.
And he has like a shelf, and he collects shot glasses of every place he's been. So he has them from Afghanistan and Turkey and everywhere. And he was more concerned about that shelf falling over. You know.
I know, right? But you know what? We haven't had an earthquake in my, probably 30 years. I mean, in my area,
Right.
because yeah, we haven't. I don't know, but yes.
Jimmy, I'm not sure why you're only seeing your comments. After we're done, you can click on the video and then you should be able to see everybody's comments. I'm sorry you can't see. Everybody's hoping you feel better. Amy says, luckily nobody died. Thank goodness. Yes, I agree. Lots of trees down and still power out. It's so hard when the power goes out. I mean, thank goodness the weather has been warm enough where you are probably, and it's not winter. But still, it's hard, especially if it's too hot, then you're dying with no air. Of course, I don't have central air, so I'm fine.
No. Oh no, my electric bill is going to be probably close to $900 this month, which is absolutely ridiculous. And we keep it set at 78.
Wow.
So it's not, it's ridiculous.
Wow.
But yeah, Rich came in and said, we're like only halfway through our billing cycle, and they're telling me that we're already at 700. I'm like, what?
Wow. See, that's your house payment. Now that you don't have a house payment.
Now that I don't have a house payment. Luckily, it only happens usually just once a year, it being that high. But yeah, we've had that triple digits, 110 degrees, and it is miserable.
Now, Amy said it's not too hot, but when you're used to having AC, it's always too hot in summer without it. It's true. I do have 2 window air. They're not window air conditioners. They're inside the house. They're on the floor. They're movable.
They're portable. That's what I have in mind.
But
studio.
Like I don't have it on. I don't have it on often. I'm fine with fans and stuff, but I don't have that 100-degree temperature either.
Yeah.
Well, she won't get upset with her. Her bill. I know. I could. Last year, Lisa told me she had a $600 electric bill, and I was just like, I freak out when mine's $300.
Well, and what I was mostly shocked about that one is that we were gone for 3 weeks out of that month. So
Wow.
how? And Rich is like, because they charge so much more during the summer months, and that's why the bill is so high.
Wow.
Because we were gone for 3 weeks and it was still 600 and some dollars. It was ridiculous.
I'm trying to look through the comments. Lynn
Yeah.
Jesse said,
Yeah,
"Yeah, I
that
was
bill-
watching the earlier live and missed this live." Well,
yeah,
Lynn, you will
that was
have
Lynn.
to watch the replay because I shared how to create beautiful foiled and textured clay.
Stamped. You stamped that baby.
Yep, yep. And it's so easy and fun. And you could make, if you bought a package of the cabochons, and I would buy more than one. I would buy different sizes. But you could make dozens of these in an afternoon and bake them all at the same time. Like I said, some of mine aren't baked yet.
Yeah.
This one that is domed, that's not
Yeah.
baked yet, but I love how it turned out. It's 2 colors. And
Pretty.
but you can make just a ton of these and bake them all at the same time.
Yeah.
And that way you only have your oven on once. And
Yeah.
but they're fun to do, and it would be fun. I know my grandkids like to play with the clay, and so
Yep.
I will go through all of the comments,
Becca.
and
Yeah.
that is crazy. Our highest was 180, and we keep it at 74 in Florida.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. But I'm in California, and that's in the high desert. That's what we deal with. So
Lynn, when I make these, I bake it in the cabochon, okay, and then it doesn't necessarily always stay in there, but I would pop it out anyhow, put a little glue, and then glue it in.
now
I bake it in this because that way I know it fits perfectly.
yeah, because it'll expand, won't it, to the actual pendant? I don't know what you guys are calling it.
No,
It won't.
this baked polymer clay retains its shape. It doesn't expand or shrink.
Okay. I thought maybe
Air dry clay shrinks.
Okay, that's
That shrinks, but this doesn't change. I've never had a problem with it.
Now, what would you? Well, Sculpey, because it's like the best on the market, for us, anyways. What kind of glue would you use then? Because I said with mine, when I was doing the glue on, or the clay on the plastic, I used like a super glue.
Yep, you could use super glue. You could use E6000.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I would use a stronger glue like that. I always have like E6000 around for jewelry.
Yeah,
some people don't like the odor, so use super glue if it affects you. Super glue doesn't really have as much of an odor. Well, yes, Jimmy. Last time I made journal covers.
Yes. Yeah. Well, and two, if you if you like do nails, you have tons of these.
Oh.
I have tons of these, so this worked perfect. Okay, I'm good with that.
Lynn says E6000 is her go-to for strong glue. It has always been mine, and people
I love that glue.
I know the smell affects some people, so I always just kind of say, make sure. But it has been my go-to since my days of working at Ben Franklin teaching classes.
Yeah,
and that was
amazing.
My goodness, that's been over 30 years. Say that real quiet.
You were only 5 when you started, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so you love those small tubes. I mean, I have them everywhere. They're, and when you're doing your nails, that goes with the territory.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I keep them in my purse. And I will tell you a quick funny story about E6000 because I was totally bragging to Rich. This was probably, I don't know, maybe a year ago, about how fabulous this was and, the glue was. And I went to glue something and it would not stick. It was ceramic to wood, I think.
Hmm.
It would not stick. And Rich was like, and this is the glue. I'm telling you, this glue is fabulous. It's the best. I don't know why it's not working. And then I got mad and I picked up the thing. It was repositional 6,000. It was the repositional glue that, it's kind of like a silicone where, you can glue something, but it'll still move.
Temper. Yeah, that would be a little frustrating because I do know when I tell Mark I have the best glue in my room.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, it don't work. I'm like, you didn't grab the right one.
Exactly,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, no, it was the repositional. And I didn't even realize, I had gotten it from the company. The company had sent it. I think you sent it to me. I
I
can't
sent
remember
it to
what. But yeah, but it didn't even dawn on me
you. That they
that it
made
would be
such a thing.
that it would be repositional. So yeah, it- yeah. So
Yeah.
I corrected it with the right one and all came out beautifully.
I know when you said ceramic to wood, I'm like, yeah, that should work.
Yeah. Oh, right.
It should definitely work. Yeah.
Well, you got to make sure that you grab the right kind.
Well, thank
Gentle
you all
little.
for coming. I hope you liked it. I prefer to do techniques rather than full projects sometimes because I love to learn and I
Yes.
love to teach. So I hope you guys liked it.
Yep.
We have last week's winner to announce, but remember, Sculpey is giving away 4. You can see them in the group. I put a picture in the group and I put a picture on the Bella Facebook page.
Yep.
They're giving away 4 of their newest kits. And I think the value is, I don't remember if it's $30 or $40 each kit. So that's $120 to $160 giveaway from Sculpey
Yeah.
for the winner. So make sure you like, comment, and share this video. You are entered each time you do those things. So it isn't like
Yeah.
you like and you share and you're entered once. The randomizer picks every time somebody does hashtag Bella Crafts.
Yep.
And all of those go in and we just stop it and pick a winner. And we do keep that open until next Tuesday at midnight, like Lisa said. So everybody has a chance to win. If you missed and you're watching on the replay, you still have a chance to win. So
Yes.
yeah.
Make sure. And I'm glad I could make you giggle, Becca. Yeah, you gotta laugh. You gotta laugh at life.
You do. So last week's winner,
Yes.
Lisa's gonna announce.
Oh, I thought you were going to. Okay. Last week's winner is.
I don't think she's here.
She's not here. Maria Soto.
So congratulations. Actually, it was from 3 weeks ago because last week.
Yeah.
It was the Royal Talons watercolors that she won.
Yes.
So
congratulations.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, Maria, I will contact you and let you know that you won. So congratulations.
Yes, congratulations. And make sure everybody enters for
Sculpey.
This week for the Sculpey giveaway because it is fabulous. She wants to be able to, share Sculpey with everybody. And if you've never used it, these are kits. So it has the instructions to complete a project right there. And there's 4 of their newest kits. So we're excited about that. They're very
So let me show you guys. Oh, bug. Just real quick. This was one that I got a bit ago. And I don't know, it's not the same thing as what,
No, it's not
offering. But I just wanted to say there was so much stuff in here. So their kits are fabulous.
Their kits are, I had a wine charm kit
Yeah.
that, okay, so you could make 6 wine charms or 12, I don't remember,
No.
but it had four packages of clay. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, they're full packages, and you know, you get so much stuff. You got the stuff for, you know, the hooks and everything for the charm. You got the clay. There was a little roller in there. You know,
Mhm.
Sculpey does their kits really good. So we're
Yeah,
excited
that's what I'm
about that.
saying. That it was, it was a fabulous kit that I got. So
Yeah,
I know that they do awesome stuff with their kits.
they
Plus,
do.
too, when you're using white, you can color white to, if there's a color that you need to match, that you want it to be absolutely perfect with whatever other
Yep,
ink that you're using, if you're stamping with it too, you can color white clay
you
with
can.
re-inkers.
You
So
can. Yes,
there's another way to stretch
there is.
that
Yes,
value out. Yeah.
yes,
We're
that
trying
is
to do.
another way.
Yep.
And yeah, so we are happy that everybody was here today, and we hope that you guys all feel better, and Amy, you recover, and your town recovers, and
Yeah.
you know, we just are sending prayers to all of you,
Yep.
you know.
All the time,
And
guys.
next week we are doing,
What are we doing next week?
my list is over there.
The stencil girl is what we're doing next week.
I thought.
Yeah. So Anne has got some new stencils out with Stencil Girl that I am way excited. I forgot to tell you that I got the box yesterday. No, Monday.
Yeah.
Yesterday I have my chemo. So Monday got the box. So yeah, so we're gonna be doing something cool with Anne's new stencil.
They are Americana themed.
Yes.
There's 2 9x12s, and then there's 2 6x6. The 6x6 are not necessarily Americana themed. They can be used for any kind of background you want.
Yeah.
But those pieces of the Americana can be used in many ways, and Labor Day is coming up. So we thought it was a good time to be patriotic and share these. They just came out last month. I'm excited about them.
Yeah. They're really, really cool, guys. So not sure what I'm going to do with mine yet, because, I don't make a whole lot of Americana crafts.
Nope, you're more of a bright girl.
Love my brights, but I don't know. We'll see if you want
me. But you don't have to. You don't have to do Americana. Exactly. Maybe you take it the other way.
Exactly. So I don't know yet.
So we can see what we do. And Stencil Girl will be giving away some stencils.
Yes. So that's all, we love our sponsors because they give away such great things to all of our friends. So
they do. And we love all of you. Thank you for being with us today. Yes. You guys have a pleasant week. All of you feel better, get healthy, enjoy these videos while you aren't feeling healthy, and then you can craft.
There you go. Better. There you go. That's it. All right, you guys.
Thank you, everybody. Until next time, take a little time to craft because it's good for your soul.
It really is.
It is, definitely. Bye.
Have a great week, guys. See you.